there, guys. It's Jill here from Holston Valley. Hope you're well. I saw some things recently on Facebook around fences, and a few people are wondering what sheep fencing should look like. And I've got a couple of good specimens here that I thought I would show you. This is what we do. So here you'll see a typical end assembly, and I just wanted to sort of point out what we actually do with our sheep fencing. So we tend to use this ring lock here, stock lock, and it's smaller at the bottom. See these smaller squares at the bottom? So this means that when we lamb, the lambs will stay in. I'll show you an example of the larger ones in just a second. And we have a bottom barb, and that helps to anchor the fence as close to the ground as possible. So this fence has been in for a couple of years now. And we haven't had to, in this particular area, we haven't had to repair it at all. The barb's down the bottom. We use star pickets, and then we have a barb at the very top of the star picket. As you just heard, we've got some cattle, so we use this for sheep and cattle. And then we have a top barb. So 3 barbs, one at the bottom, one at the top of the ring lock, where the ring lock is, and you'll see sort of where this is on the star picket, and then at the top of the star picket all along. So that's sort of one example. It doesn't unfortunately keep kangaroos out. If you heard my recent podcast that I farm kangaroos half the time, there's proof. And then just to show you over here where we have the ring lock that is just a different, I can't remember the measurements, I'm sorry, but this is probably the ring lock that a lot of you are used to. It's much larger squares, so I'll just get up closer, much larger squares, and the squares are all the same size. Yeah, so we wouldn't be putting lambs, like, I don't know, lambs under sort of 2, maybe 3 months in here, in this particular paddock. Same deal though, in terms of the barb. This one does have an extra barb. So we have a barb at the bottom. This ring lock, I think this is just, I don't know, what's this, 60 centimeters as opposed to 90 maybe. We have a barb at the top of the ring lock. Again, you just see how low it is though. I mean, if I just look at that, that's just, I mean, I'm quite short, but that's sort of up to there on me, that height, and we're in a bit of a dip. Then we've got a barb, another barb, and then the top barb. So on the star picket, you can just see where that is, as opposed to the other ring lock, which came up to here at the and met that barb. So an extra barb here, which of course is an awful lot cheaper. This ring lock comes in lengths of 200 meters. The other one comes in lengths of 100 meters. If we were going to do this fence again, according to Gary, we would go with what is more expensive ring lock. We find this just doesn't hold up as well. It's in here in a laneway, so it's an internal fence. So all our boundary is in the taller, stronger ring lock. There's nothing wrong with this at all. It's a very, very much a cost-effective option. And I mean, you'll just see all the way up there is all fence, double-sided fencing the whole way up, and the whole way up past those trees. We're just about to start or look at a plan to do the next paddock double fencing, and I think we've decided we're going to go with the bigger ring lock. Yeah, I know fencing is a big issue for everyone, particularly when you're like me and you've got wombats and kangaroos, lots of them. And again, just in case you didn't see, our never ages. He's still there. I bet you even if I walked up close, it's quite green in that paddock in there. So, I don't know, but it's not green anywhere at the moment. I had a dairy farmer here on the weekend, and it's kind of interesting when a dairy farmer says, "Got a bit of grass around, haven't you?" And I think, wow, do we? We don't feel like we've got much grass around at all. I definitely don't feel it. I don't think the sheep feel like we've got much grass around at all at the moment. It has been very dry. Fingers crossed for a little bit of rain over the next week or so. It's definitely got a colder tinge to the air. Even right now I'm wearing a jumper, so it's got a bit colder in the evenings. So hopefully we'll get a bit of rain, and I think that will make a difference. We do try, if we can, to keep good ground cover. Like I'm just going to show you here a paddock where we'll be just trying to keep as much ground cover as we possibly can. We don't cut hay, as a lot of you probably know. So just trying to keep a bit of ground cover, and that means that when the rain does come, hopefully it will just bounce back and we will be happy days all over again. So that fencing, it's great when it's done. That's all I can say.